girls for having me here. It's absolutely amazing what they are doing, what they are achieving. So I got here while you guys were on lunch, and I went through some of the vision boards. I must say, wow, what amazing visions. And it's so awesome for you to dream and dream big, okay? I've done a vision board for the last 7 years. Every year in December, I would go over what I've done, what I've achieved, and then I would move whatever I didn't achieve and put it on to the next year. But I'd also strategize, and so you've got to put timelines through these things. So to see these, it's such a great starting point for you to go back and now reflect on this. So, I'm sorry, I don't know who did the vision boards, but this was amazing. Well, Rebecca. Great stuff. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm from a place called Westbury, Coronation, which is like a coloured township in Johannesburg. I was one of 4 children, born to single mother, young mom. She's 25 at the time. She had 4 kids. Don't know how they do it, but in any case, I was then adopted and then raised by a stepfather, and I didn't have the best life at all. I went to a government school and was not book smart at all. I tell you, if I show you guys my matrics, I did not finish. E's and F's, and I always say to people who feel stupid, you're not stupid. You can't judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, okay? A fish can swim. A monkey can climb a tree, but how good is a monkey in water? Okay? We're all animals though, so we all got to find our calling, and that's how we end up being as good as we are. So I found my passion through all of my, call it a terrible childhood, and it's built such character. So I'm so proud of where I come from, and I had to go through all these hardships to understand where some of the young girls are in and act like their lives. And for me to stand here and say, I understand, and it's okay that you've been through this, but we need to become overcomers. You take your power back from whoever or whatever it was that stole the power in the first place. In fact, sometimes we hand our power over. Okay, we need to take that power back, and I think that's what I did when I started working in sales 19 years ago. I realized that I was so good at communicating with people, and so I could sell ice to an Eskimo. That's a cliche, but I really could. I went on to becoming one of the top sales consultants at Vodacom. I was being headhunted, and I worked somewhere else, and I worked somewhere else, and I worked somewhere else, and then I found recruitment. Don't know how. For my sins, I'm in recruitment. So I find people jobs. I like to say I'm in human trafficking because I take people and I traffic them. I just find them jobs. But so I coach a lot of people when they arrive at my offices, and yeah, some of them don't pitch up looking great. So for me, that's I don't turn them down. I mean, that's an opportunity for me to coach them there and then, and say, honey bunny, your weave's not looking so great, darling. Let's fix it, okay? How are we going to fix it? Let's work together here. I had a girl show up with the brightest purple lipstick, bright purple. And she was dark hair. She was dark. And what was that model's name? Alec Wick. Beautiful Ethiopian. Is she Ethiopian? I don't know where she's from. But you guys saw how dark that woman is, right? She's dark. But how beautiful is she? Okay. And sometimes you've got to find makeup that suits your skin tone, because you're pretty dark. But you don't have purple lipstick on, so we don't care. So she arrives there with this absolute neon purple lipstick, and she smiles and she's got all this lipstick on her teeth, and so I'm just there and I'm paying attention and I'm listening, and listen, and I watch body language, and so I start coaching her there, and I said, do you always wear that lipstick when you go on interviews? She's like, why? It's terrible. I'm sorry. And I'm always very brutal and I'm honest, and I always tell it to you, because I said, if I'm to represent you, Lucia, my company represents you, I want you to be your best self, and I'm going to create that image. And when you get the job and they love you, then you put your purple lipstick on, but not in the interviews. Okay? So, I'm going to go through a couple of things now. First of all, to prepare for an interview, you've got to have a good CV, okay? People miss the bar. You're putting a whole lot of nonsense on your CVs. you're going in too much detail, you're giving not enough information. So this is my company's template, okay? It's very simple, and it's got the most basic information. So just some personal information about yourself, okay? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's not so great, but I'll go through it. Personal information, name, surname, demographics. Some people don't say, I mean, who's Rebecca Warren? She white, colored, Indian, African female. Client didn't want to see her CV because they thought she's a white female. State that you're African female and colored female. Put that on your CV because people can't guess that, right? Your ID number, we've got to do that as part of recruitment processes to make sure that we're not sending in Zimbabweans or anything else. And then your education is so important. So a lot of people are putting a degree. You're not saying when your degree is completed. You're not saying where it's completed by. So put the school you went to, the highest standard, and the year it was completed, as well as your tertiary education. It's just three things. The name of the degree or the name of the qualification, where it's done, and the year it was completed. Okay? So your CV needs to tell a story in chronological order. Right? Computer packages. Does everyone know how to work Control Find? You open up PDF, you open up a Word document, and you go Control Find, and you put in a word. And if that word doesn't pop up in your CV, it gets discarded. So for example, if a client is looking for somebody that has worked on Pastel, who knows what Pastel accounting is? Pastel, I'm sure you've heard it, right? So you've worked on Pastel accounting, you don't put that on your CV, but it shows that you're an accountant, worked on accounting software, did reconstituent journals. But the client is specifically looking for somebody with Pastel accounting. Control Find, no Pastel, discard. Do you see how your CV gets thrown out because you're just not putting enough information on the CV? Okay. So put it in. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, ERP systems that you have, and your notice period, 30 days, cut in a month, immediately available. Next slide. Okay. Proficient skills. So this I've actually had to build into our CVs. This is so important, and I ask our candidates all the time. So you are a accountant, but I mean, you could be good at costing, you could be good at financial control, you could be good at management accounts, you could be good at report, you could be good at a lot of things. But what are you seriously good at that you could do in your CV? And I ask for just the top 4 or 5 things. And that's what you should put on your CV. So if you are an accountant and you know you're good at financial accounting and reporting and that sort of thing, put it in there. The rest of the CV is just going to be bullet points saying what you've done on a daily basis. Also, guys, start date, end dates. People don't put that. So people are saying, I worked at KFC and then McDonald's and then at Wimpy. When? When did you start? When did you finish? Okay. So when somebody looks at your CV, they can tell the story immediately. She finished matric then. From there, she went to Wimpy, and then she went to KFC, and then she went there. Her core strengths and skills and proficiencies are X, Y, Z. She's an African female. Done. And it's so simple. You don't have to put hobbies and you don't have to put what it really does. Okay, what's on the next one? Okay, so on the next page, okay, this is just a full CV. So this starts in 2010. One more slide out. Okay, so now here, very important. So for your CV not to look extensively jumpy and hoppy, I know you guys are all young girls, but I think this girl started in 2002, something like that. I summarize it. So I actually put this as early career history. Otherwise the CV is going to have company, and people get bored of reading a CV when there's 7 jobs. So what you did 10 years ago is really irrelevant to what you're applying for now. And I always say to my clients, it's irrelevant, but if you want to know, ask them. Ask them in an interview. And I mean, so far I've had really good feedback on this layout from what my clients are saying, because I do the pain points and needs analysis and all of that. So is everybody okay with the CV? Okay, have a good CV, because that's where you get an interview. If your CV is looking not so great, you're not going to get an interview. Okay, right, next one. So now you get invited for an interview. What a lot of people don't do is their research. Oh, I'm going to Tiger Brands for an interview. Oh, we all know what Tiger Brands is. They make rice and jungle oats. No, guys. You can't assume these things, okay? What about listeriosis? What about everything that's happened? What about the scandals they've been in? How about we sound intelligent when we go into the interview and saying, so what's happened since the whole listeriosis thing? I see that on the news. Wow, you're sounding intelligent. But you didn't know that yesterday. You actually did your research, okay? LinkedIn. Okay, when I was going for interviews, I used to stalk people. I used to stalk them on LinkedIn and Facebook and social media, and I used to stalk them. I used to go down to finding out when their birthday is, how compatible is my star sign with their star sign. Do whatever you need to do, guys. Information is power. Have the information you need. Even if it is just 30 minutes of your time to just take that information in, write it down, make the most important points, and go with a nice weave, no purple lipstick, to your interviews. All right, next slide, please. Okay, some questions. Who goes to an interview and when asked, do you have any questions? No. Who does that? I've done that, sorry. 90% of you guys are okay. Right. Have a notebook and a pen. You may have questions prepared or you want to jot down some of the interesting things that are being said. So I always say to my candidates, and my clients come back with feedback like, your candidates are so diligent, they're not just scratching it. No. Like, I know, it's me, I'm representing you, So, you can Google. Now, I would have put this all in, but there's so much. But get the gist of this. You'll get asked situational questions. Okay? A situational question is mostly something that an HR person would ask you. Tell me about a time that you've been in a conflict, or if you had conflict with your boss. Okay? Situational questions are, tell me about a time. When have you experienced? What would you do if your boss had to shout at you in front of everybody? Okay? Google some of these situational questions. There's such a lot of things on Google that can help you prepare for an interview.
Sorry, I just want to ask you a question going back.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that listeriosis question like put you in the negative with them? No. Okay.
You're curious. Company is selling themselves to you as much as you're selling yourself to them. Yeah. They want to look just as good, so they're going to go, no, we've got that under wraps. Oh, good. I'm just glad. I just wanted to know, before I make my next big career move and I want to be here for the next 5 years, I just want to make sure. That's all. Never had any negative issues. So yes, the situational questions. Google about 5 or 6 and then role play them with yourself. Like, have you actually been in a situation where somebody shouted at you? What did you do? So you always got to think, okay, what was the situation? What did I do? How did I react? And what was the outcome? Was it a good outcome? Was it a bad outcome? What could I have done better? They want you to explain and give them the entire situation so that they see how you're coping in the work environment, right? Salary negotiations. Okay, this is, a lot of people are so bad at this. Because you feel like, if I start saying, oh, okay, so let's say you're on 10,000 Rand and you want 15. It's a tall ask, it's a bit much. And so you say, okay, I want 15. And you go into an interview, let's just take a recruiter out of the equation. You are going to Tiger Brands for an interview. You know you want 15. But you actually settle for 12. But you're going to ask for 15. So what do you do? So what is your salary expectations? Oh, I want 15. Are you negotiable? Yes, I am. Okay, how negotiable are you? Well, I'll take 12. So what happened to 14 and a half, 13? What happened to all of that? So be prepared for those salary negotiations. Sometimes it's always good to say, are you negotiable? I am, but can I pop you an email? Let me think about it. Then you're not saying yes, you're not saying no. You can go and decide how badly do I want this job. Badly enough to go 14 and a half. I've thought about it, negotiable to 14 and a half thousand. We get bullied in interviews, guys. I think some of the mentors are guilty of this because we do want to, get a sweet deal and offer a candidate, good package, but at the same time, there's HR and then there's budgets and all of these things. So we do try and go, and I hire people. So somebody wants to like, so would you take? Yes, I would. Okay, great, you hired. Okay, that's it. So don't get bullied into it. Be prepared for these questions. Otherwise, you're gonna sell yourself short. Right? Prepare your areas of development or your areas of weakness. So where do you feel, and I don't like the word weakness, just by the way. We're not weak. We're just developing. And what are you doing to develop that area? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm not really good at numeric ability. But I've been taking some online courses and I'm working on it and I'm doing some spreadsheets, I'm doing these things. So it tells the interviewer, oh, okay, you're keen, you're learning, you want to improve yourself. Okay, and then your areas of expertise. Everybody likes to talk about the things that they enjoy. So if you are good at something, let it shine through. You speak about it and your passion just automatically shines through. Okay, role profile and why you'd be best suited as this candidate. Because you get a job spec and you look at the job spec and why, well, I could do this. Yeah, I want this interview. So you go for the interview. Why would you be the best candidate for the job? Because I can do the job. Guys? Because I see you guys are looking for somebody with strong reporting. I've actually got strong reporting for the past 5 years. Because I see you guys are so dynamic, I've been looking for an environment like yours all this time. You selling yourself. Like I said, it's the same way that they're selling themselves, you're selling yourself. Okay. And then my favorite part, because I'm sure you guys know I like talking, role play. Role play, role play, role play. You get better as you do it. So you can have a list of situational questions that you give your mom or your dad or your boyfriend, whoever you want to say, ask me these questions. Ask me these questions. And they ask you the questions. And you get better and better and better and better. Before you know it, you're in the interview and you're like, nailed it, nailed it. Okay, you guys have to get better. We all want better jobs. Right, next one. Okay, so this is very basic. Please don't judge me on this, okay? So where are we gone? Okay. So I don't know. Just don't judge me. This is a picture I found off the internet, and I just thought it's a very basic interview. Okay, but guys, you can wear a pants, and you can wear something that's like a chino or something. However, when I represent candidates, I really do want them to be the best representation of themselves. So I always say to them, please guys, do you have a black skirt or a black jacket or something? Okay, I don't. Okay, can you borrow one? Yes, I can. Okay, perfect. Especially the girls that come in and they are wearing party dresses to my interview. Okay, then you're going to go like this to my client for a corporate head office position. Okay, just present yourself that way. And when you look good, you feel good. So when you look in the mirror and you leave in the morning and you're going, you're looking good today, you're just going to perform so much better and not think, oh, is my frill too much and is this too much? Just go plain and simple. This is also plain. This is so plain. Okay. So my pet peeves, chip nail polish. Pet peeve. Who has chip nail polish today?
I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself.
So guys, your nail polish and the way you look after your nails says a lot about you. Guys, stop looking at your nails. It's okay, we'll do later. So your nails and how you take care of your nails really does say a lot about you, okay? Even if you don't have nail polish on, they're clean, they're well kept, okay? Please guys, when you go for an interview, think about that. And if you're wearing so I say don't judge, no open toe shoes, wear open toe shoes. If your toes are looking good, there's no reason not to. I mean, I had a boss once, you're wearing some slingbacks over there, okay? She says to me, you mustn't wear those slingbacks. I said, why? Well, they're not corporate. Why? What do you mean? And then it only later came out that it's a rule of the company not to wear the slingbacks because some people have really dry heels. So why make perfumes.
Oh my God.
Yes, and counting. But I've collected them over about 12 years. I'm very conservative with my perfume. 1, 2, and I'm good for the day. Okay? I have been in interviews with candidates where I go, I just want to open the window, I can't. Okay? Be aware that sometimes less is more. Done. Okay. No gum. No gum, no gum, no gum. Maybe you've got halitosis. Who knows what's halitosis? Halitosis is bad if you're suffering from it. It's fine. Have your gum, spit it out. You're sitting across the room from somebody. You're not going to smell your halitosis from that far. I can promise you that now. But the don't do that, guys. And then the firm handshake. This is just so that you mean business. Windfish. Let's do this. Hi. You can't, guys. It's like first impressions last. You look good. You're not overpowering the smell. Your nails look good. You're shaking my hand, and you're so confident. Then you own that interview, because they've already that's the attention. You just need that. Then sit up straight. Posture is important. I've had people. Move your bum to here. Right. Sit back. Sit back.
Oh no.
That is not how to sit in an interview. But I've had this so many times. Okay. I've had people sit on my chairs like that.
Yeah.
But again, I can't judge you on what you're doing. I'm there and I've got to fix it. So if I'm going to help you, I want you to, be the best representation of yourself. And then eye contact. Mentors, you guys have interviewed people. How many of the guys that you've interviewed sit and go, yes, I am. There's no connection at all. Eye contact. Even if there's 2 people in the room. 5 seconds here, 5 seconds here, 5 seconds here. But don't not connect. It's so important to connect. Okay, you know that they say the eyes are the windows of the soul. Connect with them, guys. And then the smile. Smile. If you can make any light jokes, if you can comment on somebody's nice brooch, you can do that. Say, oh, I love your brooch, so awesome, thank you. Be warm. It's like, you have to engage, you've got to be engaging. If you're not engaging, then you must have some very special skill that they're looking for, and they'll hire you even though you're as dead as a doorknob. Okay, so guys, any questions on what I've just said? I think I'm done. I think so. Next.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the benefit of all of us that still want to look for jobs, but mostly for the mentees who are probably still going to go far looking for employment. An employer says, right, this role is picked at, say, $250 per annum.
Right.
It's there, you can see it. I've got Leanne here, who's the recruitment agent, right? We speak about this. But now when I get to the interview, now they want to negotiate me down for what? What is the reasoning behind that? And what am I then supposed to do? Because maybe I'm coming from, I was at 200.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was at the 250. But now I get it, no. So now I lose the job because I said 250 and they were trying to sort of maybe get someone who say no 230. And I don't want to do that.
And you don't want to?
No, I don't.
So then look away from it if you're not going to pay you $250.
But then what is the point of putting it at 250 if you were trying to negotiate me down? Like,
I work with so many different clients. One of my clients, for example, Samsung. Samsung, I make a lot of placements there, but also they confuse me a lot. They're also company to work for. But again, my candidates go for interviews there and they come back and they're like, they try to negotiate me down on salary. I thought that you said the position is paying 500K. I want 400, and I said to them, I want 500, and they said that's not a market-related salary increase. So I've got to play. Remember, guys, I'm representing a candidate who I want to help and want to place, but I also don't want to disappoint my client. Okay, I've got to be neutral in all of this. Okay, I always coach them and I say, okay, you've got to know deep within your soul what is the absolute minimum that you're going to go. Like you're saying, 230 you're not going to accept, so don't accept it. Okay. When they say, well, we're negotiating down to 250, you can say to them, well, Your role is, sorry, it's if they want to bring it
So
up to
it's
230.
Yeah.
You say to them, your role, they're in front of them, your role is pitched at 250. Why do you want to offer me 230 if you're pitching it at 230? Is there something wrong with me?
Especially Samsung because they overwork people. But anyway.
You know all about the Koreans.
Koreans.
Yeah, they drive
Because
me
sometimes-
bonkers. But they're an awesome company, don't get me wrong. And the innovation and some of the CSI work, guys, I'm in the middle of finding somebody to head up CSI for Samsung now. They're going to do amazing things. I can't wait for that. So, you've got to be bold. Why be bullied? Why feel bullied? If it's not meant to be, it won't happen. If you say your job is pitched at 250, why do you want to offer me 230? And if they have a story, so good. If they want you, they will give you the 250. Walk away from it. More questions?
I have a comment, Lucia. Especially when it comes to the questions and interviews, I think that's one of the processes that recruiters and organizations still follow is doing reference checks and stuff like that, you know. So if you're going to answer those specific questions around those situational questions, you've got to be able to substantiate, like you said, with different valid experiences, because that will then be validated by those whom you've been in contact with, whether it's a manager or whether it's an employee that you've worked with, whatever. So be truthful. I think that's one of the biggest things. And the thing about the whole recruitment process is not a simple process anymore. So it's led by many methods of assessment. So, and somewhere along the line, I found out that you will either be caught out, either in a psychometric assessment, or in an interview, or in your references, or in your Facebook profile, or your LinkedIn profile. So it needs to be consistent, your information that is. Yeah.
100%, guys. Sorry.
Sorry, I just have a question with that. So, what if sometimes it's not that you are lying, but you believe those things? Like, is there such a thing as overhyping yourself? Like, if someone says, like, if we're gonna look at, like, I work in accounting and a lot of people can do the same thing. There's no real difference between someone who can do exceptionally well unless you like in management or whatever. So if I think that I deserve a certain amount because I feel like I'm an excellent employer or employee, how would you measure that? Like, is
So
it
that goes back to the proficient skills, okay? You can do all of that in accounting, but what you feel, what's your name? Okay, so what do you feel you're really good at? And can you back that up and substantiate it in the work that you've done, in the output, in the quality? Can you back that up? Because maybe 10 of you can do the same thing, but so be it. If all 10 of you have the same proficient skills.
But also, to come to your question, is that you need to be careful who you select as your referees. You need to make sure that it's people that can back up your story, that can sing your praises. Obviously,
I'm going to intervene.
and also, when you choose people as referees, alert them. Don't want to be getting a call in the middle of something like I want to referee. Just because you know me or you reported to me in the past. So we need to prepare the referees, and also once you have somebody that's going to call them, just alert them so that they're ready and they can start thinking about that time when they worked with you.
Can I just highlight something?
Just on that, before you get off subject, you can't pick your referees. Your referee is your direct boss that you reported into, no matter how bad your relationship was, okay? I've been recruiting for 13 years and I've been taking bad references for 13 years, but the candidate will say to me, Lucia, Taryn and I did not see eye to eye. This is the story. This is what went down, okay? Then I'm not interested in what Taryn has to say. I go, can she do the job? Okay, I can pick up when somebody's trying to be mean and give a nasty reference, okay? But do not give your colleague, your chummy, or you work indirectly, then give their name and say, this is somebody that I worked with, as this is a character reference. But a reference, guys, has to be with the person you reported to. It's very important. And that's why I say, close all your doors nicely. When you leave a company, close the door nicely. Okay, you love and you kiss and you mwah. Can I use you as a reference when I'm looking again? Absolutely. Even better. Is it possible that you can give me a reference later on email or something? Have a copy and say, okay, here's my reference letter. Because maybe things have changed over time. Here's my reference letter from 5 years ago. I'm going to call them and say, this, phone this person for reference, but they may have forgotten. But every time you leave a company, there's absolutely nothing wrong with asking for, a short letter of recommendation, whatever the case may be. But give the person that you reported to, otherwise it's fraudulent. And I've taken too many fraudulent references, guys.
But then usually when you're looking for a job, you are in the job.
No, I'm talking about past employers. If you're working for Tiger Brands, I don't touch anyone and I don't phone anyone at Tiger Brands. Okay? I will phone Microsoft and I'll phone MTN because you were there previously, but I'm not going to touch Tiger Brands. I may take an exit reference, which is basically after you've resigned, I can now see what you've been up to. But this is after you've resigned. Okay?
No, so what I wanted to add on to what Terry was saying is that sometimes, and I think I've been through this in my very own way, I have not been maybe in a situation where there is conflict. So when the question gets asked in an interview,
Good question.
Good
question.
I will tell a story about how.
Good question.
So when she says do not lie, I think then the point is for us to then acknowledge that you have to highlight that, well, actually I haven't been, but should
But I would do it this. Yes, if I had to, I think I'd probably handle it like this. 100%. Perfect question. Very good question. Give an example of your own personality and what you would do in a situation like that.
I think Tara made a very good point about social media being a reference point for employees, especially for the mentees, because we do check out your social media pages when you interview and you go to the next process, because that's brand alignment. So if you are jumping in pools at parties, pop bottles, and then Monday you're handling a client, if it's
Easy
work.
solution. Go off Facebook, go off Instagram, guys.
No, I don't think that's totally good enough of it, but it's just being conscious of what you put out there. Because
Absolutely.
what you put out there speaks to your brand
100%.
and how it's going to align to my brand.
100%.
So that's just the thing, like, I just think be cognizant of, because even adults do it. You see a person ramming off at their company on a page.
That's good. Amazing. There's so many good examples that you can take off social media, actually. And how people actually portray themselves. And that we all have. We people, we judge people. We have this perception of somebody because we've seen a post about something. Okay? I blog a lot on LinkedIn. So if you guys want to follow me, you can read some of my blogs I've written. And they're very, very to the point, very straight, very true. And I don't step on toes. And I think that's where you just need to be aware when you're putting anything out into social media. Think about if somebody sees this, how are they going to see me? How are they going to view me?
Getting to social media, I think somebody said something profound to me. They said, before you post something, think whether you'll actually put it on a billboard for everybody to see. Because that's if you're willing to put on a billboard.
No, I agree. Is it something that's going to tarnish your image? Or is it something that people are going to say, wow, that's a great, whatever the case is?
And it can still be tongue-in-cheek. I mean, we all have our personalities that we bring to the fore. And it's not just about the job, it's about your brand even in the future. So you're going to start a business one day, and your clients are going to be like, oh my gosh, these are our brand pillars in essence. And here you are speaking about, and that's the thing, it's like if you're going to be political, understand you're in international relations, it speaks to the career that you're in. But if you're going to be blasting a party and then you go work for an organization, you've got to be sure that you're non-partisan on social media for those type of reasons.
Yes.
Even as a business, we're careful because I could have a DA client, an ANC client, an
Absolutely,
ANF client.
that's a perfect example because there you've got already the composition is there. You've got, what's the right word to use? Bias, you could bias, you could, anything. So I don't have Facebook and I don't have Instagram for reasons. And when I started my business 3 years ago, I noticed that a lot of people, I don't know, it wasn't a good, I would always post and be like, guys, we're launching, we're doing this, and try and promote the business. And I realized that it's the wrong platform. I can't do this on Facebook, and I can't do this on Instagram. So what can I do on Facebook and Instagram that's going to impact my brand and my business? Zero, nothing. So I deleted them, and I worked on my LinkedIn profile. And so now with my LinkedIn profile, I've got over 22,000 followers. I post regular updates about jobs and interviews and situations and things that are useful. And that is my brand. And that is where people find why, comment and send me emails and ask for advice. Because I also do telephone mentoring and coaching. So people are phoning and saying, please can I set up a call with you, no problem. And they read my articles and this is what they see, is what I'm posting. And they want to be associated with somebody who's positive and uplifting and true. But I'm still quirky and my personality is still crazy. I'm still a crazy person. But it's a good crazy, I think. Okay. Any other questions, parting words or comments?
How do you deal with cultural nuances? So you're saying we wear natural hair as black people.
Absolutely.
That can't just be true because
No,
it's not.
No.
So I think that's also we must be cognizant of the diversity.
I have wigs, okay? I'll be
in our
honest.
country. Yeah.
When I feel like wearing my wigs. However, so I'll give you an example of a girl. First of all, she was like A+ student, summa cum laude degree, HR, psychology, this, and just on paper, this girl she blew me away. And I was recruiting for Tsogosan. You guys know Monte Casino Tsogosan, and they were looking for an HR business partner. And I met this girl, African female, can't remember what her name is. And so she rocks up there. I don't know. I mean, she looked like she was wearing hand-me-down clothes. So she didn't take pride in how she looked. Then to top that all off, her weave looked like it was a bird's nest woven together. Okay, so I'm going to say something about that. And 100%, I have no issues. Weaves, wigs, whatever. But make sure it's looking neat and tidy. Okay, everybody's allowed to have something on their head, but as long as it looks nice. But when it looks like a bird's nest, so I said to her, what's underneath there? She says, no, it's just really, really short. So she took off the weave in the interview room. Because I'm real like that. I'm not going to let you walk out and go to a client and walk in the street and look like that. And then, so she takes it off. And her hair is peroxided. Blonde. Who's that one African girl? She's an actress with very, very blonde hair. No. That's not a girl, that's a boy. He's a boy. Okay, so anyway, underneath there was this peroxided hair. And I said, okay, so you're actually hiding that because it looked like peroxide gone wrong. And I said, babe, you're beautiful without the weave. You're beautiful. Either you go and find another weave, or you brush this out, you do something and fix it, or go and just buy black like me. It's 15 rand. That, you know those black guys. Dye black and go for the interview. So when I got her an interview, she actually took a selfie in the mirror of what she looked like. I couldn't be prouder. She went and she got the job. I'm just saying, she got the job. And again, guys, and I share these things because I expect who I speak to and who I inspire and who I impart knowledge with to pay it forward. Okay? So if your friend's weave is not looking great, say, show me, weave shame. Whatever it is, if you feel like you can improve something with someone, say something. We're girls. Girls are supposed to uplift one another and we're supposed to make each other feel better. Oh, just leave her, she must fail. Guys, it's not the attitude to have. Let's help one another and give back.
Julie was talking about the culture thing.
Yes.
I mean, even the looking in the eyes thing.
Yes.
As Africans,
100%.
you know, you are taught.
100%. So see, I'm not black, I'm not white, I'm not anything, right?
Yeah.
I'm really like in between.
Yeah.
So I get that and I understand that. And some vendor ladies will come and they'll just be like, it's okay,
up here, look, even if you're just doing it for the interview, babe, I want you to remember this. And this is coaching.
Yeah.
So yes, you may, and Muslim guys don't shake women's hands. Okay, I know this. But my client, I don't know, Natasha, do you know that?
I did that.
Okay, but you learn that. So why people that don't really have Muslim friends or vendor friends don't understand the culture? That's why I said I'm proud to be all mixed and all over the place because I know.
We need to conscientize corporates
Yes.
about those type of
Oh yes, 100%.
Even if it doesn't align with them, to just understand that a person's competency is not based
It's not based on eye contact. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, because we buy things that we like, we see it and we like it. It must be the whole package.
Yeah.
And it's natural because we're going to spend money on that now. So we want it. We spoke about nicely packaged products earlier. So if
And
you
it's
want,
not specific because if you're a programmer sitting behind a computer.
oh no, then I know.
Yeah.
Then I know. Because you're going to sit there and stare at the computer. And I mean, I worked with Afrox and we had to do a drive of 10 programmers. I've never interviewed more boring people in my whole life. Sit there and I'm like,
We're not boring.
knock, knock, knock.
Okay, we need to run.
Not all of you are, babe. It's like having a perception that a chartered accountant or a lawyer is boring and with their suits. I've met some amazing chartered accountants. That's what I'm saying. I've met some amazing people. So guys, that's me. I'm out of time. I hope you guys have taken something out.
We're running out of time.
No, I think the thing I wanted
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah, I think we can wrap up and then if there's any questions you guys can come ask me separately.
Or email. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me guys.